Hello viewers, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. This is MD Saiful Islam and assistant teacher of Puno Jadursh High School, Rani Naman, and you are most welcome in my Saiful English Academy again. My dear learners, today's class I have been present in front of you with a new advancement, a new class with some rules of changing sentence of degree, especially superlative to comparative. So, my dear learners, take no time, take a look at the board and try to understand. Thank you very much. Before today's class, my dear learners, I ask you some questions, my dear learners. My first question is, what's the superlative degree? What's the superlative degree? I know that, my dear learners, you will be able to reply my questions, but I want to add something here, my dear learners. So listen to me while about the definition of superlative degree. We can say such kind of form of adjective of superlative degree, which form is used to compare among all things, all persons. Okay, my dear learners. Now, my second question to you, my dear learners, how many ways can we select a superlative degree? Hope that you will be able to deploy my questions, but I want to add something here, my dear learners, because various kinds of discussion matter were discussed in my previous classes. We can select a superlative degree into three ways. Two ways. Number one, any statement or sentence is mixed with the first HD and finally ended with the notes of full stop. Number two, any kinds of statement or sentence mixed with one of the plus HD and finally ended with the notes of full stop. Okay, my dear learners, of that you have understood clearly. My third question is that, my dear learners, what's a comparative degree? We can say about the definition of comparative degree is that, my dear learners, comparative degree is the form of an adjective which form in is used in a statement to compare between two persons, two things, etc. articles. Okay, my dear learners. Now my last question to you, my dear learners. How many ways can we select a comparative degree? Of course, you know that, my dear learners. We can select a comparative degree into six ways. Number one, any statement or sentence mixed with then. Number two, then another, then another, then most other, then few other, then many other. Okay, my dear learners. And with the reference of my previous class, today's class I have been present in front of you about some rules of changing sentence of degree, especially my dear learners superlative to comparative. Okay, my dear learners. Now, at first, if I am trying to show you some precondition and some rules of superlative to comparative degree. Okay, my dear learners. At first, I am trying to discuss rule number one. In rule number one, it said that, my dear learners, if any HD is mixed with the plus SD, you will have to follow the following structure at the time of converting into positive degree. Okay, my dear learners, in rule number one, I'm trying to show you at first what the prerequisite of this rule. This rules of prerequisite is, my dear learners, such various kinds of superlative degrees mixed with the plus HD, and when you are going to convert such kinds of superlative degree into comparative degree, sorry, you'll have to follow the structure. Now I'm trying to write a shortly form of shortly form of a structure. So, my dear learners, try to listen to me while and try to note instantly. Okay, my dear learners, at first you will have to subject from the sentence, number two verb from the sentence, number three. Number three, CD form of SD form. Okay. Number four, we'll have to use then any other. Number five, next portion next version of the plus SD, and finally ended with the notes of full stop. Okay, my dear learners, hope that you have understood clearly. Now you'll have to memorize the structures pattern instantly with me, my dear learners. So look at the board and try to understand. Subject, subject, verb, verb, plus cd form of hd form, cd form of hd form, cd form of hd form, then any other, then any other, next version of the plus hd, finally ended with the notes of full stop. How that you have understood clearly. Okay, my dear learners, now I'm trying to give you some example to complexity, to remove the complexity regarding this role. Example number one: Rohima is the best girl in our class. Okay, my dear learners, underline the plus sd. Now try to use a structures pattern. At first, subject here, subject Rohima. Number two, verb. Number three, cd form of hd. Okay, my dear learners, better. Then any other. Next, we'll have to write down next version of the plus hd. The plus hd here, next version, girl in your class. So write down instantly, girl in our class. Hope that you have understood clearly, my dear learners. Now you'll have to underline then any other. And from here, from the statement, from the underlined version, you have to mind that, my dear learners, the plus hd and then another. There is a great connection between the plus hd and then another. Okay, my dear learners, hope that you have understood clearly. Now, my dear learners, I want to give you another example. Number two, the Abdullah was the smallest boy in our class. Okay, my dear learners, underline the plus hd. So we can write at first subject here, subject Abdullah. Next verb was, next cd form of hd form, smaller than any other. Next version of the plus hd. Next version, boy in our class. Hope that you have understood clearly. Underline, my dear learners, than any other. Okay, my dear learners. Now I am trying to show you various kinds of activities. Rule number two. Rule number two. So, my dear learners, try to note instantly with me, my dear learners. In rule number two, I am trying to show you if any HD is mixed with one of the plus HD. One of the plus SD. You will have to follow the following structure at the time of converting into comparative degree. So my dear learners, take to note the structures pattern. At first, in this case, you will have to use subject. Okay, number two, verb. Number three, cd form of hd form. In this case, my dear learners, we will have to use this place than most other oblique, then few other, oblique, then many other. Okay, my dear learners, next we'll have to use next portion of one of the plus SD plus subject. Yeah, sorry, full stop. Okay, my dear learners. So, my dear learners, try to remember the understand with me. At first subject, number two verb, CD form of HD form, then most other oblique, then few other oblique, then many other. Okay, my dear learners, next version of one of the plus HD, one one of the plus HD. Finally, ended with the notes of full stop. Hope that you have understood clearly. Okay, my dear learners. Now I am trying to show you some example to remove some complexity regarding this rule. Okay, my dear learners. So take a look at the board and try to understand. Number one, the cow is one of the most useful animals. Underline one of the plus SD. Okay, and dear learners, now try to employ the structure pattern. At first subject, yet subject the cow. Next verb. Next CD form of HD form. Here HD form most beautiful and CD form of most beautiful, of course, more useful. Useful. Then most other. Okay, my dear learners, now we'll have to use the next version of one of the plus HD, animals. Animals. Okay, my dear learners, underline then most other. Okay, number two, Abdullah was one of the best boy in our family. Okay, my dear learners, now try to use or employ the structures pattern, my dear learners. Okay, at first, according to the structure, sequence of structure, we'll have to use subject. Okay, my dear learners, here subject Abdullah. Number two, verb. Here verb was CD form of HD form. Better, better. Then most other. Okay, my dear learners, now in this moment, in this sketch, you will have to use next version of one of the class again. Boy, sorry, boy in our family. Okay, my dear learners, and underline then most other. Okay, my dear learners, this class is the last class of changing sentence of degree, my dear learners, and before ending today's class, my dear learners, I want to say something here. So, my dear learners, take a look at the board and try to understand. If you analyze various kinds of themes of positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree, we can see the relationship in this way that, my dear learners, no other equal to than any other than any other equal to the plus HD. And this flow, Magellaners, I want to suggest to you to memorize or to remember this flow. Okay, Magellaners, because you are being giving such kinds of flow according to my own experience, okay, Magellaners, and number two, very few equal to then most other, then few other, etc., equal to one of the plus hd, one of the plus hd. Okay, my dear learners, another relationship as dot as oblique so dot as. We'll have to mind that, my dear learners, only then. Okay, my dear learners, in this case, such kinds of statement as dot as oblique so dot as oblique, then any kinds of statement mixed with them. The such kinds of sentence is not possible to convert into degree, superlative degree. Okay, my dear learners, you'll have to take a look at the board and try to understand. So, three categories of relationship I can use, my dear learners. Another, there is a great relationship between these themes, my dear learners. You'll have to mind that number one point, no other equal to then any other equal to the plus hd. Okay, my dear learners, these three kinds of items, among these three kinds of items, there is a great relationship. Okay, my dear learners, when you are going to convert any kinds of degree, various kinds of degree into, you'll have to mind, sir, my dear learners, if any degree is starting word no other, at the time of converting such kinds of degree into comparative, you have to use than any other, and into superlative degree that plus SD. Okay, my dear learners. Now, second point, very few. There is a great relationship among these three items. Very few is used in a positive degree if any sentence is started with very few, and at the time of converting any kinds of statement of degree, such kinds of degree into comparative degree, you have to use there most other than few other. And at the time of converting such kinds of statement into superlative degree, you will have to use one of the plus hd, one of the plus hd. You'll have to mind this categories of relationship is very important for you, my dear learners. Now, third condition, third items, as dot as or so dot as. You'll have to mind that, my dear learners, if any positive degree is mixed with then as dot as oblique so dot as, and at the time of converting such kinds of positive degree into comparative, you'll have to use them. Okay, my dear learners, hope that you have understood clearly. My dear learners, from today's class, various kinds of discussion matter of degree already I have finished. Okay, my dear learners, next class, my dear learners, from next class, I want to make you understand, and will try to make various kinds of video with voice, my dear learners. One kinds of brands of changing sentence. One kinds of brands of changing sentence. Of course, so you know that there are four branches of changing sentence, of topics of changing sentence. Number one, according to the structures pattern, simple, complex, compound. Number two, according to the meaning of sentence, assertive, interrogative, imperative, optative, and exclamatory. And number three, discussion matter of degree. And number four, discussion matter of voice was one kinds of branch of our changing sentence. And already we have finished branch one, simple, complex, compound. Branch number two, assertive, interrogative, imperative, optative, exclamatory. And number three, about discussion method degree. And finally, we can see that discussion matter of voice. Okay, my dear learners, from next class, I am trying to make this kinds of video about voice. So, inshallah. So, my dear learners, today's class, I don't want to learn that, but before finishing today's class, I want to share something with you, my dear learners. Of course, you know that I'm a new teacher in YouTube channels, and I have been at present in renowned high school as an assistant teacher, and trying to make various kinds of videos about various kinds of problem of English grammar. And my dear learners, and not only this, but also all the time, at the time of making various kinds of videos, plus I am trying to use English conversation. So, my dear learners, at first I want to apologize to you because English is not our mother tongue. English is an international language, and it's not our mother tongue. So, my dear learners, I am trying to use oil and about the pronunciation. If you notice any mistakes about any kinds of pronunciation at the side of pronunciation, at the side of spelling, and various kinds of structures pattern, word pattern, please excuse me. And I am trying to remove all the weakness about various kinds of side of pronunciation, spelling, various kinds of rules of changing sentence, various kinds of rules of punctuation, capitalization, various kinds of problems in our English grammar. So, my dear viewers, please excuse me and free to allow for me so that I can serve you in this way through my video classes. So, my dear learners, no more today come to say again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.